Hey everyone, Kevin here with the Kookaburra. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Chemex. And these are the items that you need to make it with. Chemex, hot water, ground coffee, scale, filter, timer, and a spoon. All right, now that we've gotten all our materials together to make a Chemex, let's do it. First thing I want to do is go and get my filter placed into the Chemex. If you look at this thing, you can open it various different ways. I'm going to find the side that leaves just one piece of paper to one side and 3 folds on the other. And I'm going to keep those 3 folds pointed towards my pour spout on the actual Chemex. Place that down in there. Should be kind of like a cone shape. Right down in, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of hot water to get rid of any paper taste in the filter. And this is also going to help heat up my Chemex. I'm going to set the Chemex to the side, and now it's time to weigh out a little bit of coffee. Turn on your scale, and today I'm going to use some of our Guatemalan coffee here from the Kookaburra. Chemexes lend a really bright, clean finish for coffee. And so I'm using a Guatemalan here that's got really nice orange lavender notes, honeysuckle. So I think it'll play really nice in the Chemex. I'm going to use our 1:16 brew ratio. Again, that's for every 1 gram of coffee I use, 16 grams of hot water. I'm going to go ahead and use 25 grams of coffee for the Chemex. That's what I like to do. That's what we offer for most of our customers here at the Kookaburra. So I'm going to measure out that 25 grams. Hop over to the grinder here and go ahead and grind that up. And there you can see that grind there. Maybe a little bit finer than maybe table salt, something along those lines. Now I want to get rid of that excess water that's in the Chemex, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump that out. Chemex back up on the scale, and just remember to tare it out every time you put something new on the scale. Now I'm going to add that 25 grams of coffee. So before I pour any water in here, I want to level out this bed. So I'm just going to shake it and get it nice and even. And then I'm going to tear out the scale again because I just added that 25 grams of coffee. And now I'm going to start adding my water. The first bit of water that I add, I'm going to put it in and let it bloom for about 30 seconds. And you're going to notice CO2 being released from the coffee, and you're going to see that because of the water interacting with the CO2. So that's called like your first bloom. So as soon as I start adding water, I'm going to start my timer. And I'm going to put in about 50 grams of water on the first pour here. Nice, slow, controlled pour. And then I'm going to grab that spoon that I showed you earlier to agitate all the grinds. So I want a nice, even, controlled extraction. So I need every bit of my grinds getting touched by the water as soon as I can. Go ahead and rinse off your spoon. We don't want to lose any of those precious grinds. Now that my timer's going, I'm at 30 seconds. So now I'm going to add roughly 50 grams of water every 30 seconds until I reach my total of 400 grams of water. That's kind of a rough guideline. The most important thing to keep in mind when making the Chemex is you don't want any of those grinds to become exposed to the air until you're actually done with the Chemex. So this can seem a little tedious, but if you just stick with it, it's going to yield a really nice cup of coffee. So now I'm about to add my last 50 grams of coffee to the Chemex. After I put this last 50 grams in, I like to give the grinds a little subtle agitation with the spoon, just to help settle everything. So I'm going to do that right now. And now I'm just going to wait for the last of this to drip through. Ideally, when it's done, I'm going to have a nice, flat, even bed at the bottom of the cone here. And all that water should dissipate pretty evenly over that bed. Then I'm just going to discard the filter, swirl it, serve it. So here we go. Awesome. So now I'm gonna get rid of this filter here. Swirl it before I serve it. Everything that's at the bottom of the Chemex is a little more concentrated because that's what dripped through first. Get out my mug and serve up some nice, clean cup of Guatemalan from the Kookaburra. Awesome, enjoy. Good, good, good.